Hello everyone to the video, and today I am going to go over the entire logic system that they added in the newest update. So we're gonna start with the basic just touch part into just a different part. So how it works is whenever I'm in this, it'll do stuff. So it'll do whatever is connected with this output. So as you can see, it outputs 1, and anything that has an input of 1 will take in the output, and it will do stuff, depending on what it is. So if it's a damage block, like this, it has an input of 1, so it's going to receive the input of 1. So if I go in here, it's dealing damage to whatever's in that damage block. So currently the damage is at 1. So it's only dealing 1 damage per I don't know how many. I don't know how often it occurs, but it goes pretty quick. Also, you can heal people with it as well by doing a negative number. It'll actually heal people, which I think is pretty cool. And so so this is currently an input of 2. So if I have, okay, so if I go over here, this is outputting, well, currently 3. Well, okay, so this is outputting 1. If I switch it to 2, it won't do anything. If I switch it to, like, just 1 damage, it won't do anything, because it's only receiving 1, and since this is now 2, this is reacting to it, because it has an input of 2. It's kind of hard to explain, but that's kind of how it works. So now I'm gonna go over the timer block. So basically, how it works is you get your output, which in this case is 3, and you have this input, whatever output you have. So like if this is 1, if it's outputting 1. You can switch this input ID to 1, and it would react to that. And this is the output ID is what it will output after a certain amount of time. So the top one here is input, what it's going to receive from. The second one is what it's going to send, and the third one is the delay. So let's do like a 5-second delay. And if I go in here, nothing will happen for like 5 seconds. So if we wait a little bit, it'll turn on. And if we go out, if you wait like 5 seconds, it will turn off. And if I quickly go through it, it'll only turn on for a little bit. It's pretty cool. Yeah, see? So that's basically it. And then for this, same thing. You have an output whenever you're in it. You have this receive, and then this output to that. So this is a not block, or a not gate thing. So how it works is, as you can see, this is actually on, and if I go in this, it'll turn off. So basically how this logic works is, if the number it's supposed to receive is not being sent, it'll activate. It'll send the output, which is why it's called a not gate, because if something's not happening, it'll output. So since I'm inputting 5 right now, which is what it's receiving or checking for, it won't do anything. However, if I go out, since I'm not sending it anything, it will output. It's okay. I'm bad at explaining, but I'm trying my best here. So yeah, that's kind of how the not gate works. And this is the and gate. This is probably the most confusing one. So if you yeah, so basically how it works is I have 2 of the same outputs, and this is this takes in the output. However, if I go over here and I move this, I'm in it. So it's currently outputting what this is supposed to receive. However, as you can see, it's not going off. However, if I put both of these together and I go in it, it's going to put those together and actually do an output. So how this works is it requires two of the same output to go into the input. So you have one area and another. So it's putting those two together. So I have that there. Let's say I spawn a dummy, and then I go in this one. It's gonna output because there's someone in there and I'm in here, which means that both of the same output are put into this and it'll output. That it's really hard to explain. Also, there's kind of a bug right now where if you copy, move it over here. Let's say we do another and. Right here, we'll do this so it'll. We have this. We have this. See, it'll turn on randomly. It'll turn on randomly. So if I do like output of 10, oh no, not 10. I already used 10. Let's do 20. Output of 20. Actually, well, it's hard to explain, but sometimes it'll turn on without like the input. It's really weird. It's just a small bug. There's also something I found out. So as you can see, I put a light part there. You can actually make a working light. Look at that. It stays on until I go on it again. So how to do this is you have an input, right? You have this input and output the same exact number, and you turn on flip. It makes it a working light. So if you have like a house, you can have like working light switches. It's really cool. And that's the entire thing. That's how the entire logic works. I hope this helped out for all of you, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.